Hey y'all, welcome to day 10 of Time to Pivot. I hope everyone's doing well today. I finished the final sessions of training for my part-time job, so I'll be starting there shortly. Praise God. Also, I got my unemployment card today, y'all. So please subscribe because I'll be dropping videos regarding how to withdraw your funds without any fees, etc. So subscribe so you'll get notified when I drop those videos. I'll be providing tips and nuggets regarding your unemployment card. So I have a question for y'all. Do y'all have a budget? I do. It's extremely important to have a budget when you're working as well as when you're not working, okay? And I'm going to tell you why. I've always honestly had a budget. And it just basically puts everything in front of you as far as your expenses, your necessities such as your mortgage, your light bill, your water bill, etc. And it really does give you a forecast of where your money is going to go each payday, right? And more importantly, when you're unemployed, you're able to easily access that budget just to kind of pivot. Being unemployed is very emotional, right? So you may cry, your mind may wander for a couple of days or so, but eventually when the dust settles, you're back to life, back to reality. And eventually you do need to evaluate your budget, right? It is what it is, right? You need a roof over your head, so you got to pay for that. You need lights in order to function, every day in your house, etc., the necessities. So I just wanted to stress, if you currently don't have a budget, please do sit down and do a budget. I personally still do the old school handwritten budget because it's something when you write all of those items down, it's kind of like an emotional thing, right? You're writing those items down, and if there's an item that you're writing down there every, say, payday for your budget that you're excessively like spending, say I buy shades, I buy 5 pair of shades each pay period. I don't need that, right? But then in the end, that's going to incur an expense. So say I have an expense of, say, $100, right? Just in shades. Crazy, right? Everyone has their thing, right? I don't do that, by the way. I only have like a certain pair of shades. But anywho, for example, say I had a shade obsession and that resulted in an expense of $100, right? Each time that I write that down, I'm going to eventually be like, okay, do I want to keep this expense? Do I need 10 or 5 pair of shades each pay period? Yes or no? Maybe I can put that $100 somewhere else, right? So yeah, everyone has their own thing, their own retail therapy. So that's why I personally prefer writing everything down, because it truly does get everything on paper as far as the emotions, as far as your spending. You're going to feel it every time you write shades, $100. You're going to be like, what am I doing? That doesn't even feel right to write that, right? So it kind of puts everything in perspective, gives you a forecast, and more importantly, God forbid, if you're unemployed, you can quickly reference to that versus you're in shambles, you lost your job, you're emotional, and now you need to configure your budget, okay? So be smart. Just go ahead and do a budget if you're working or not working. It's just a nice forecast. It's like standing on top of a hill, looking down. You're able to visibly see everything, and honestly, it keeps everything real. Okay, so hopefully you take my advice. If you already don't have a budget, please create a budget. It's just simply you can start by writing down all of your monthly expenses, say your mortgage, your light bill, etc. And you want to put the due dates, because your due dates are essential as far as when you get paid. Okay, so then based on that, you'll do a budget each pay period. Okay, so yeah, that's your homework for today. Get a budget if you don't have one. It is essential if you're working or not working. Okay, all right, that's your homework. Hope you all have a great day and be encouraged. Take care. Bye bye.